What's going on, everybody? Today we're actually going to be working on our truck, and I know I haven't actually introduced this to the channel. We did get rid of the '06 Colorado, and we upgraded, if you want to call it that, I call it that, to a '96 Silverado 4x4. Love it. It's like super awesome. It only has 100,000 miles on it. I think it's like a 200 truck. Really nice. The only thing it really needs is a dash. The dash is super cracked, which isn't uncommon. Overall in good condition. I love it. We picked up these BF Goodwrench KO2s and they make the truck look super good. But enough about that. This baby can tow way more than that Colorado can, and that's why we upgraded to a bigger truck. We need to be able to tow my Miata anywhere. So with that said, today we're going to do some
maintenance?
Yeah. So here's everything that needs to get done. We do need front brakes, so I just went ahead and bought some rotors and pads for the front. I did check the rear drums and everything was fine. We didn't need to replace those. I got our spark plugs because this is a V8, so we got 8 of them, and we're gonna go ahead and do the fuel filter because God knows when that's been done. And we are going to go ahead and do a 4 and 7 point wiring to tow trailers and things. Also gotta have oil change. And we do need a starter, and I'll show you why we need a starter. It's making a funny noise when you go to start the truck. It does start, but occasionally it takes about 3 tries. I think we're gonna do the front brakes first because that is the most crucial that needs to get done today.
First we gotta take off the lug nuts. This is a 22. We're just gonna pop these off. Yeah, we needed brakes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you could tell when we bought the truck, started getting a shimmy in front, you know, when you go to brake, and it's usually a sign that your brakes are going bad, and we knew we needed some.
Oh my god, I could see the ripples from the brake pads.
Oh yeah, it's bad. There's 2 bolts, one here and one below, which are a 3/8 hex drive, which we're gonna need to take off to get the brake pads out and the rotor off. Basically, it's gonna take the whole caliper assembly out.
I'm just trying to wedge it out. Which, of course, the bucket or the crate is too small,
I
so I'm
the
just.
crate was gonna be too low. You want me to grab a bucket?
Yeah, if you could, please. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put this screwdriver into here to help pry this thing out. And we're gonna pop out the brake pad, the outer brake pad at least. Ow. There it goes.
I just got your arm.
Ow. Well, I'm trying to hold it. There. So it's got these 2 little clips that go into these holes, and that's what holds it in. So you just need to pry those out. The entire thing. Oh my god.
I told you we needed brakes.
Yeah, we did. Alright, and then the rear brake pad, you should just be able to put your fingers behind it and pull it right out. It's just got these little clips on it that hold it into the actual piston itself. Next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a large C-clamp.
But before you do that, you're going to want to open your brake reservoir to let the fluid go out.
Oh, did you actually have to do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm probably going to have to take some out. I need to look.
Okay. You want to do that real quick while I set this up?
Okay, so we opened the reservoir in the engine bay.
And now I'm just gonna depress the piston in. And that feels like all the way.
Take the rotor off because we're replacing it, because this rotor has seen better days. We're gonna throw this new fancy one on.
Oh, that's fancy.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I am adding a little bit of brake grease onto the contact points to where the brake pad sits. I've always done it, and I've always heard that you're supposed to do it because it helps stop squealing noises and so on and so forth. Don't know if that's actually true, but I've done it on every car I've owned, and it's worked fine, so.
I'm the umbrella lady because it's hot.
It's hot.
Because we can't move my car. I mean, we can, it's just a pain. After this, we're moving in the shade.
Yes. Okay. So just like every other vehicle we own, they're like floating little pins in the brakes. So we're gonna add some more brake grease to it, just to help. We're gonna slide that back in. Oh! Just gonna hold that up right there. Stay. Slide this back in. Now for the new brake pads, we're gonna basically put them in the same way we did backwards. Well, not backwards.
Tyler's gonna turn around and do it.
Yes, I'm gonna do it all backwards. Okay, here we go. I'm not doing that. First brake pad. Try and so it's a little bit easier to see, or at least for me. Okay.
There's a screwdriver by my left foot.
Yeah, I got one right here.
Okay.
It's easy enough to where we can. There we go.
Look at that chunky pad compared.
I don't know why we're replacing this. We had plenty of miles in this.
We could have towed the trailer and Miata. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
We would have stopped perfect.
No worries whatsoever.
No.
Okay, and then just making sure orientation is correct. Yep. Okay. So this part doesn't look like fun. You gotta wedge this thing open. Here comes the dog. So basically need to wedge one side in. Maybe a little bit more difficult than I originally thought. Alright, we got one side on. Well, somewhat.
Maybe.
No, you want to get on. Come on. Yes. Okay. So once you got that wedged on there enough, you should be able to just push that thing back. Make sure that it's completely seated in those two holes. It's not going to go anywhere. Now, once that is done, you want to line this up. Slide this on.
Looks like we've pushed the piston enough.
Just enough. And there we go. All right, now I'm going to be here for about 10 minutes with this Allen key trying to tighten up these bolts, because every car that we have is metric, so we don't have any 3/8 hex keys. So I'll see you guys then.
So time for an oil change. We got our filter. We got our oil. Tyler's underneath. On the driver's side, you'll see drain plug in the oil filter.
It is right up above it.
Here.
Come with me. So here is the drain plug, and then the oil filter is right up here. I just realized I moved the truck, and it's probably why the headers are a little hot.
Oh yeah. So he's gonna do that while I attempt to change the spark plugs. Not my favorite job in the world, but needs to be done. So I've got the first spark plug in, which is right here, and I just took the second one out. It's in the same side on the headers over here for the third and fourth one. On this side, I'm just gonna have to remove the spark plug wire, and you'll be able to get your 5/8 spark plug socket in there, take it off, and put one back on. Very simple. So I'm just going to do all 4 over here, and then we're going to go to the other side. Alright, there's our 8 spark plugs. Got those out. Tyler's working on putting the wires back on his. And they're done. Got our new spark plugs in. We're going to add the oil, which it says it takes 5 quarts, so we're going to put probably 4 in and then judge from there how much we need, because there's always residual oil left in the engine. Alright, so now we're going to replace the fuel filter, and what we're going to do is unplug the fuel pump relay and crank the car over, and it's located on the driver's side, the relay. Go ahead and take this cover off. It's just 2 clips you push in, and you're going to locate it. In ours it's this one right here. I'm going to take it out. Tyler's going to crank the car over a couple times just to purge the fuel out of the filter. And
no,
that's the starter problem. You're good.
No, it
Oh.
pulled it through.
You should be good there.
Should be.
And that's why we're replacing the starter. Anyway, back to the fuel filter. So we did that. We're just gonna leave that unplugged for right now. Says to unplug your battery, and then what you're gonna do is get underneath the driver's side door, and the fuel filter is right here. Boop. Tyler's already threw some WD-40 on it to try and loosen the threads up so we can get it off. Other than that, it looks like there's a clamp around it to hold it in. So here is the new one. This is basically the lines that you have to take out, and then there's a clamp in there. I'm not sure if it slides out or if that clamp comes undone. Alright, Tyler got the fuel filter in. I've got the fuel pump relay back in the fuse box.
There we go.
That's the starter problem. That's the starter problem. Again.
Yeah, so all I want to do now is actually bring it up to where it's on flat ground. We're going to check the oil level just to make sure that we're on. If we have to add more, great. And then after that, starter.